All right, welcome back, everybody. So today we are back with part 2 here of what you need in the mix to win, right? So just to catch us back up, the first thing that we hit on was our people, right? That it's our people that grow and improve, not our business, right? And they are what's going to carry us to the next level. So part 2 of this formula, this winning formula here is going to be culture, right? And culture has this kind of, I get really excited. So you're going to see the hands just flying today. But culture has one of these things, right? That's like really fluffy to some people. Seems like a whimsical fairyland feel to things. But the reality is every company has a culture, right? Every company has a culture. You either have an intentional focus on developing your culture, or you get kind of just whatever falls out of the sky, right? But either which way, there is a culture that exists in your company. And I would argue that culture is perhaps one of the most influential and important aspects of your company, right? As a CEO, that's your job, is to develop the culture, okay? And we talked about people, right? Part 1 was people. So culture is going to be one of those things that either pulls people into your company or it will repel the people out from your company. And once you get people inside, it's either going to be the reason people stay or the reason people leave. It's either going to be the reason that people want to get the heck out of here as fast as possible, or it will be the reason that they will work hard and to the death in some cases. Might be a little extreme for your purpose, right? But what the heck is culture anyways? I have this saying, like, I don't give a crap what you say. I really just care what you do. I take that in personal and professional lives, right? Like, don't tell me you love me. Like, show me, you know? And in business, it's not what you say, especially as an owner, as a leader, as a manager. It's not what you say, it's what you tolerate. You can say it's important to be on time for meetings. You can say it's important to do your homework. But what you're tolerating is telling people what they can and cannot do, right? And so you can put up whatever catchy little phrases you want to. I think mission statements are great. I think core values are critical and important, right? But you can put them whimsically up on a wall with whatever cool pictures you want. But at the end of the day, what you're tolerating and what you're setting as your culture is what's most important. The true core values. So you can put them up on the wall, right? But the true core values of your company are seen and felt, both inside and outside of your company. They're seen and felt by your team within the company. They're seen and felt by your customers that you're trying to bring in. And a little advice, while you can palpably feel and see this culture, it doesn't hurt to just point it out, right? And in fact, not only does it not hurt, I think it's important that you do and even reward it, right? Have you ever noticed, so think about it this way. Have you ever noticed if you go to buy, there's a couple examples people use all the time, right? If you go to look at a red car and you're going to go buy a red car, all of a sudden you realize how many other red cars are on the road. Or if you're driving now, don't close your eyes. But if you're sitting in a room, you're probably in a room that you've been in a million times. And you can sit there and you can close your eyes and say, how many green things are in this room? I don't know, maybe you think of 1 or 2, but then you open your eyes and you kind of look around and you can find more and more of these things that are green. So what you pay attention to and what you're looking for, you start to notice. And if you have some positive reinforcement on that stuff, then you're getting into this snowball action, right? So what you want for your company, whatever that is, you set that as the culture, and as you point that out and you reward that, other people are going to notice when that's happening. You're gonna get a positive feedback loop where you get more and more of that out of your company and out of your people, right? So your core values are being displayed through your culture in your company. I think it's important, one, to sit back and reflect on what are my core values? What do I think my core values are for my company? Then two, what is the actual company culture and core values that's being displayed, that's being lived out? And then 3, take a step back and have kind of a gut check moment, right? Do those two things align? Here's what I thought. Here's what I want my company culture to be. Here's what I think it is. Let me take a look around, maybe even take a poll of the people, take a poll of your customers, and what is actually being displayed? What is being lived out as a culture for my company? And do those two things align? If they do, great. Whatever you're doing, keep on doing it. Give more into that, more rewarding, more recognition, more. And recognition sometimes is just like a praise. You can have Praise Fridays where, hey, shout out to Billy. Billy, did this, which, represents one of our core values, and everybody can just applaud them, right? And you can do that in team meetings. You can do that in a virtual environment. Sometimes you have We do Skype threads, for example. Call that stuff out, right? But if those two things are not aligning to what you think that they should be, then you need that gut check moment and you need to do a deep dive and figure out why. And the spoiler alert to this is like, it starts with you. If you're the CEO of your company, that is essentially your job, is to set the vision, to set the culture, and ensure it's getting lived out throughout. And if it's not, it starts with you. And so, what is culture again? It represents the how of how you do everything. I've heard it said before one time, how you do something is how you do everything, right? So you walk by that piece of trash, you take the easy way out, you take the shortcut, you step on this person to get what you want, right? How you do something is how you do everything. And so how do you show up? How is your team showing up? What effort are they putting in? Are they going the extra mile, right? Everybody does the work, right? But do they go that extra mile? Are they doing everything with purpose, with passion? Are they doing it with gratitude, right? Culture, it is the great multiplier, really, of your life and of your business. But as a math problem, what's the opposite of multiplication? It's division. So culture is either going to be what multiplies the results of what you want, or it's going to be the divider of your company. Setting the right culture, putting in the right people, which we talked about last time, for the culture is critical. You get that formula right and you are going to multiply and explode every goal that you set for yourself. If you get it wrong, you will divide and implode from inside. The reality is we focus so much on, especially if you guys are in real estate now, it's pretty competitive out there and we can cry and scratch our heads. The competition, we're always worried, are they going to find out my secret? Are they going to do this? Like, we worry so much about external competition when the reality is this. More companies probably explode or implode, I should say rather. More companies probably implode from within than explode due to some ridiculous fear of competition, right? And so focusing on what's important. And the reality is culture is critically important for absolutely everybody on the team, right? From the front to the back, from the people that are seen on the front lines to the people that are unseen in the back. It's going to be seen and felt by everybody in your team, and it is going to permeate through the team, and it's going to permeate to your clients and to your customers throughout, right? And so while culture may start at the top, it may be on the onus of the visionary of the company, it lives and breathes through the team. This one line like really has me kind of gut checks me every time I read it. It says, every culture is perfectly designed to get the results it's currently getting. Every culture is perfectly designed to get the results it's currently getting. So we sit back all the time, right? And we look at our rocks, we look at our performance and all these kind of things. And we say, where are we going wrong? Where do we need to change? Where do I need to adapt? What do I need to do different? But thinking about the fact that your culture is responsible for getting the results that you want. And if you're not getting the results that you want, then you need to look back at the culture and make sure that the culture that you want is going to take you to where you want to go, right? So what results are you getting now, right? Is this where you want to be today? Is this where you want to be 5 years from now? If not, start paying attention to the culture. You're either creating or allowing, and make the changes that you need to get to where you want to be. So hopefully that helps for somebody. Again, we've got 2 more parts coming. First was people. Second was culture. We see how culture ties into the people and that multiplier effect. So as always, Zachary Betters wishing you a great day and an even better tomorrow. Thanks a lot, guys.